wow, Marcia certainly made that look easy, and she definitely appeared to have total confidence throughout her whole defense. Definitely an inspiration by all standards. The one thing that worries me just a little bit about this, first of all, well, as you guys probably know, being on video is extremely uncomfortable for me, and it's quite a nightmare. So I am actually glad that we are doing these video responses instead of regular responses on the discussion forum to get me out of my comfort zone. And I noticed that Marcia was having a few technical challenges, and that's another one of my nightmares. Like, what if that happens, and does that count against you if there are technical challenges? Right now, the portfolio seems a little overwhelming to me, most likely because I am unfamiliar with the components of it and how to compose each phase of it. Now, as this course progresses, I am hopeful that I will gain a little bit of confidence and not be as gun shy about the portfolio process. And also, as I become a little more familiar with myself and the critical thinking components and creativity, I am hoping that that will come out of my portfolio as well. Now, Dr. Cooper, thank you so much for sharing Marcia's defense, because it was definitely an eye-opening experience, and I will probably be watching that several times over just to become more familiar with the process. I think Marcia did an outstanding job, and I was glad to hear that she actually enjoyed the portfolio class. That is not something I have heard from previous students in the past few years, that they have enjoyed it. In fact, I've heard quite the opposite. So it was refreshing and hopeful to hear that she liked it so much. Now, the questions that from Dr. Daugherty and Dr. Holt were really good, and they did not seem as intimidating, and they seemed to provide a sense of peace and calmness. So, and I really like those two professors. I've had them both, and they are two of my favorite professors. I've learned so much from them. So it was actually good to match a face with their names and see how the defense questions are kind of compiled together. Now, one of the questions I have, and well, I don't know if it's a question, it's something I'm really worried about, is I am slightly worried that all of my hard work through this MLA program, and I have worked my tail off and, you know, spent nights crying. Some of the courses have been so hard, and all in preparation for graduation this May. Now, what if I don't pass my defense, and what if the portfolio is a flop? I mean, is all that hard work wasted? And if so, I mean, what do I do next? So anyways, those are just a few of the questions I have about the portfolio process. But watching Marcia is certainly something to live up to, and she sets the bar high for any student doing this. So hopefully next week will be a little less stressful than this week, and each week I hope to learn something new to add to the portfolio, and maybe make the process a little bit more familiar. So, but thanks again, Dr. Cooper, for sharing that.